What is good, everyone? My name is Orlando, and this is Friday Night Football. We're on to round 2 of the high school playoffs. We start with the 6A brackets and the 4-5 matchup in Beaverton. It's a playoff edition of the Holy War. Central Catholic visiting Jesuit. These teams actually didn't meet during the regular season, so this is a fresh matchup in 2022. First quarter, Crew Newman doing work. Dumps it to Cade Galen. Just like that, it's 7-0 Central Catholic. Jesuit looks to tie. So it's all aboard the Peyton Roth Express. That's a 29-yard trip. Earns him a fair of 6 points. We're tied at 7. This game was tight, so we go to the 4th. Crusaders turn to Garrett Spear. Zigzags his way through the D for the score. Jesuit takes a 3-point lead, but this Rams offense comes up clutch. Crew Newman calling game. Ziel Smith for the win. Central Catholic gets out of Beaverton with a 23-20 victory. The defending champs are on to the semifinals as they look for a three-peat. They'll face the winner of this matchup, Sherwood, visiting the top seed West Linn. To the Lions' Den, Bowman trying to shock the state. Opening drive, second play from scrimmage, Sam Levitt is him. Connects with Jackson Shelstad. Ducks basketball coach Dana Altman loving this because no one touches him. Shelstad better watch out. Dan Lanning might be watching. The Oregon commit with 2 TDs in the first quarter. Lions cooking up ambition on the kitchen stove. Mark Hamper like Popeye on his spinach. And that set up Kofi Kwame for the TD. Lions get the dub, 56-7. Nice season for the Bowmen. West Linn advances to the Final Four. To the other side of the bracket, Tualatin, the 3 seed, hosting the 6 seed Mountainside. The Tualatin Timberwolf on the prowl. This one was all Tualatin. First play from scrimmage, Jack Wagner to A.J. Noland. Can't stop, won't stop. Carves through the defense, 60 yards to the crib. Mountainside tries to keep up. Aaron Ray Simpson, welcome to the show. Mavericks cut the deficit to 7. But that man Nolan at it again. Slams the door shut on Mountainside. This time on the kickoff return. Too much speed. Tualatin rolls. 53-21, they've got a berth in the semifinals. They'll face the winner of Lake Oswego and Sheldon. Guess who's in the house? I was just talking about him, Dan Lanning. It took Sheldon 1 minute and 36 seconds to get on the board, and it was Brock Thomas doing Brock Thomas stuff. Lakeo gets into the end zone right before the half. Owen West on the reception there, but it was all Sheldon. A dominant performance from the undefeated Irish. Final count, 42-7. So the 6A championship semifinals are set. But remember, there's a 6A playoffs that was broken up into 2 brackets with 16 teams playing in the Columbia Cup. That includes North Salem and Jefferson. TC Manu Maleuna showing off the skills, and hold up! What a catch from Pierce Walker. That'll make a few college reels. Then the Vikings turn to their main man, Josiah Davis. Jefferson's turn. Brave Johnson to a wide open DeMarleon Gates for the 10-yard TD. Jefferson got the PIL's first playoff win since 2017 last week, but their season ends in round 2. North Salem wins it 42-8. They'll face off with Liberty in the Cup semifinals. The Falcons getting a 28-18 win over Clackamas. Jordan Fisher, listen to this, ran for 324 yards and 5 touchdowns as Westview beats Sprague 41-0. Westview will get the winner of this one. Lakeridge visiting Oregon City, Party in the USA soundtrack of choice. Third quarter, Ben Schneider to Ethan Hopwood. What a catch! Pioneers make it a 7-point game. You got to see this, though. Lakeridge breaking out the trickery. Baylor Corbin, I see you. Marcus Post, the freshman, shining on Friday Night Football. Lakeridge wins 35-14. Up in Washington, the Kelso Highlanders, their season ends with a 44-14 loss at Ferndale. The Highlanders gave up 30 unanswered points on the road, a disappointing end to a strong season for Kelso. The 5A playoffs, a cross-state affair. Let's start down in Wilsonville. The Wildcats hosting the defending champs, Silverton Foxes. You know what we've been missing all night? Rain! No, who am I kidding? First quarter, Wildcats go to work. Callan Guttridge tosses it up and Ryder McElroy comes down with it. Wilsonville up 7-0. Second quarter, Guttridge calls his own number and he's stomping into the end zone. Wilsonville up 14-0. So Silverton turns to Jackson Pfeiffer. He's a regular on the show. That's a nice 30-yard run. But Silverton just couldn't keep up with Wilsonville. Guttridge puts the hammer down with this 63-yard TD pass to Mark Weipert. We are guaranteed to have a new 5A champ. Wilsonville moves on, 39-26. Let's head across the mountains to Bend. South Albany and Bend meeting for a chance to play Wilsonville. And the hometown Lava Bears went to work. Logan Malinowski going deep to Blake Crosshonk. That sets up Malachi Nutter. He's in for 6. Bend gets a 40-0 win. They're the real deal. Bend and Wilsonville should be a good one next week. All right, let's head back across the state to Springfield. That's where we pick things up on the other side of the bracket. Fresh off a win at Putnam, the Dallas Dragons looking to pull off the upset over the Thurston Colts. So the Dragons down 20-0, but they go into rally mode. Caden Moore connects with Brock Duncan. Dallas hanging around. The fog just kept on coming. But that was no problem for the Colts. 2 minutes left in the fourth, and that's Noah Blair delivering the knockout. Thurston slays the Dragons 27-14. They're moving on to the 5A semis. So we take one more trip back to Bend before we wear out that gimmick. Thurston will face off with the winner of Central and Summit. And look at what was on the ground in Bend. Oh, come on. The defenses, though, ruled this one for a while. Central linebackers forced the fumble. And under all that is Kohler Hernandez, who comes up with the recovery. Summit, though, gets it right back. Charlie Ozolin, the pick. But it's not until later in the game that we get some scoring. Hogan Carmichael. Oh, wait, he finds Ozolin on offense? Oh, great season from the Central Panthers. Great run, but Summit gets a 35-7 victory to move on to the semifinals. 3A playoffs. Banks hosting Santiam Christian in the quarterfinals. So we roll to Hare Field in Hillsboro. Visiting Eagles, they came out firing. Jaden Christie pounds his way in for the TD. But it was all about the Banks defense after that. They hold Santiam Catholic to nothing. Santiam Christian to nothing in the second half and come away with a 10-7 win. They'll play either Vale or Kennedy in the semifinals. 4A scores, quarterfinals, Tillamook takes out Gladstone 28-6. Cheesemakers will take on LeGrand in the semis. Estacada squeaks out a 17-16 win at Henley. The Rangers will play either Scappoose or Mazama in the semis.